Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live, the Morgue, VOX versus Arc. This is game number 2 of the Morgue. If you guys got a chance to see the Monday night fight, it was amazing. Brand new map, brand new strategies, awesome gameplay. Well, tonight is not going to disappoint either. We're expecting a very, very good contest tonight. We've got Arc in the house. Arc got that #1 draft pick. Will they be able to use it tonight? We'll see. We got VOX. VOX, runner-up last season in the Isles, and champ the season before. These two teams are very familiar with each other, so we're expecting a fight, a big fight tonight. So I can't wait to see everything that we have in store. So you guys ready to rumble? Can you guys hear me okay? If you guys can hear me okay, give me a 999 because we got some things to go over tonight. Talk a little bit about standings. We got a great bundle for you guys. There we go. There's those 9s. I hear everybody. All right, before we get started, can I give a super chat shout out to Valar? Hello, 99 Army Kills Great Mods. Channel members, PDL players, sponsors, bundles, box, burn coin, kills coin, portal, you name it, we do it. And also, I want to give a collective hello to all of our super fans that are out there, Diana C, Triggers Army. And as you guys know, we got honorary captains tonight. We'll talk about that. So let me take you to the standings. First of all, I know it's week 1. And some people want to look at the standings, some people don't. But look, it's my job to show you. So I do have to show you that, well, the other night was not Sly's best night. We know that. So Mir, starting out of the gates hot this season. Mir has gotten out to some slow starts recently, but the defending champs are 1-0. They put 2,400 up on Team Sly. Sly just couldn't score. Sly is usually the top scoring team in the league, and Mir's defense was on shutdown mode. So you can see over there, 5-time champs. They got their trophies up there. Well, we're October 12th. Everybody is VOX versus Arc. So we do also, but the consolation, we're going to show you the first PCP. So I had a big shout out for the assassin, Julia Muse, who put this together. So this is early on, but we got some names up there that you might be familiar with. This is the first PCP ever for the Morgue. And you're like, well, the list is kind of small. We've only played one game. So start up top. These are the gold bar collectors. We've got Crimson Tide, we got Deadly Dimes, and we got Moonshot, getting his first gold bar ever, by the way. And now we got the DZ leaders. Crimson Tide, again, defending Defender of the Year. But look at Julie J up there in the DZ points. #2 rank with 50. Nobody got ruffled feathers. Cannonballs, we got Deadly Dimes, keeping that streak alive. But we got Samurai getting the cannonball. Brand new category, the Rover tires. We had Craven Light, Moonshot, and nobody got the orb. And in order to collect the orb, you have to be in the temple 5 rounds. Don't have to be successive, but they do have to be 5 rounds. Julie J's like, I'm on the leaderboard. I made it. My destiny is complete. So yes, congratulations. You are on the leaderboard. So good to see everybody participate in that. So we've got player control points. We've got the standings. Now I'm going to take everybody, I'm going to take you guys to tonight's epic war bundle. It is good. It is really, really good. I know we did the one the other night. People were like, oh my goodness, that's one of the best ones ever. But you know what? We just keep trying to do it better and better and better. So here we go. Tonight's war bundle. We're on fire. We're moving along early. Let me show you what we got. We've got up top, a lot of these are by request too. So we've got Elixir ASC, Elixir of Iron, Arc Smoke by request again, Ghost Smoke. Something about Ghost Smoke in the Morgue that, look, I got a feeling there are going to be some specialty matches that have to do with some Ghosts and some Phantoms and maybe some Ghost Smoke. But look, we got Red Wedding matches, we got Rival matches, we got Neutral matches. There are going to be a couple more specialty matches, so hold tight. We got some announcements coming for you guys throughout the week. I see Chaos Theory in the house. What's up? Chaos Theory, why are you not playing PDL? Chaos Theory will pop in every once in a while. Get in a faction. Go play. Get with one of these teams. All right, we're going to push you guys over to the Post-Battle Pet Revive. Post-Battle Pet Revive, give you guys 5 of those. Hexite, Dyneema, 1 of each of your waxes. We've got Red bundle tonight. Dire Red, Lagoon Ruby, Glyph of Mayhem, Combat Orbs, Ocean Man, like 999 Gaming. If you ain't gaming with us, you are not doing it right. Good luck to both teams. And I can't wait to see Ocean Man make his debut into the Morgue too. He didn't make the game on Monday night, but Ocean Man will be making his Morgue debut very, very soon. So we've got, you guys can see him, Combat, Gas Blast. How good are Gas Blast? Do you know how long it's been since I had somebody request Gas Blast? This is what is so cool about the Morgue, is a lot of these items are coming back into play. So we've got Red Summon Skins, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, and that's right, a Max Spark is your bonus item. How good are Max Sparks in a map that really, really relies on movement? So Max Spark by request. Both of those we haven't had requested in a while. Gold Bundle, Dire Blue, Lagoon Ruby, Glyph of Robust, Onyx Skins by request, Gold Spark by request, Blue Spark by request. I got a feeling the Sparks are going to be very important this season too. Max Seal, Prime Armor Skins, Gold Skins, and Deadly Dimes has been bugging me for like 4 bundles. Dimes, where you at? Stand up and be recognized. There you go, Dimes. There is your triple Dimes. She's like, I got to get more of them before the next box opening event. I know what you need. I've seen your inventory. And she's like, give me those triple Dimes potions. Because she knows how important the dead Dimes are going to be in the portal. Smart request. All right, Green Bundle, Energy Orb, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, Iconic Armor Skins by request, Glyph of Hulk by request, Plum Arrows by request, Gamma Globs, Stellar, Cryptic Glyphs, all of those by request as well. Take you up top, Gold Summon Skins, Mythic Summon Skins, Elemental Nirvana Stone. Elemental Nirvana Stone. And tonight, the best chest piece we've ever rolled out. I mean, were any of you shocked when you seen the stats on this? Let me take you down to Paradise City and show you on the official what it looks like, okay? There's a nice big zoom in of the gear. What is special about this piece of gear? Leave it in chat right now. Something we've never had before. Should be easy to figure out. It's the first time we have ever had a piece of gear more than 600 health. And this one comes in at a hefty 650 health. It is 100 more than any of the other health pieces. D350, 150 base, AP 100, and it is your second Echo. So now you got 2 Rampage, you got 2 Echo. Pretty awesome piece, right? So, Kel, we got a crazy, crazy bundle list. Let's see. Because you never know what's liable to pop up while we're waiting on people for the bundles. Could be a whole new element to Play Dead Live coming up in the near future. Sometimes our streams get taken over. I can't control, some of the things that pop in and out. But I know that the gear, I know the pets, I know all of the stuff that we've got coming up. Make the game a little bit crazy. So let's see it, Kel. What are you guys talking about? Phoenix. What is this Phoenix thing you guys are Don't be giving away spoilers. Oh, whoa. What is this little guy? Oh my goodness. Phoenix. Looks like a baby Firebird. Wow. Well, maybe we will see Phoenix next week. I mean, I'm sure if Phoenix is popping in, it's got to have a pretty epic ability to make it into the morgue. So I guess more to come on that. Next week we'll find out how good of a pet it possibly is. Is it going to be one of those game-changing pets? All right, you can see tonight's bundle. We got Valar, Dimes, Beat-Up, Trigger, the Assassin, Julia, Crimson Tide, Priestess, Flyrod, Cat, Busy, Bones, Moonshot, Football, the Pope, Craven, Samurai, J-Law, Jim, Father Rondell, Rajian, Tiny, and Kel. My goodness gracious, are you guys bundling out or what? Well, I'm going to tell you what, you better bundle up because the morgue is going to get awfully cold this season. So that's what we got for everybody. So, awesome map, awesome PvP start, great competitive battles, awesome gear, awesome pets coming up next week, and some specialty matches will be announced next week. And don't forget, Friday night, we're going to officially kick off Slayer's Lair. It was supposed to kick off last Friday, but technical difficulties. I guess the Lost got into our stream. Well, you know what? This week, we're going to be back. All right, so I want to do a quick check. Do we have players? Are all players available from both factions? Are you guys available to kick off 15 minutes early? If so, we will get down to business. We had a pretty fast match on Monday night. Considering it was new and people were figuring it out, I still thought it was very smooth, and I thought that it finished in a very, very timely manner. I mean, we had in the Isle, when we first rolled out the Isle, the first match, I think, took till about 1 a.m. So we had a lot of neat mechanics, neat strategies, and we still finished pretty early on Monday night. So if not, we'll start. I mean, we'll start at 8:45. We'll start at 9. We just want to make sure everybody's here before we do a buff check or anything, but we're not going to rush anybody. We technically start at 9, but anytime we can start early, we'd love to. So I don't have the sneak peeks here, but I do know the developers are working on the bags. I don't have them loaded. So here's what we got them working on. 25 slot bags. So you'll be able to go in your inventory, and you'll be able to click on the bag. It's going to pop up a 25 slot, and you're going to be able to put the items in there, print it out, and it'll be like a smaller version of your inventory. So if you're like me and you like to move items over, screenshot them, you will really be able to have like a printout of bag 1, bag 2. So let me ask you guys this question. So if you've got, and you don't have to print out your whole inventory, what type of items? If I said to you, you get 2 bags, you'll have 5. But if I said to you, pick 2 bags and put items in that you're going to use tonight, not your gear, not your weapons, type some of the items that are consumables that you would, in theory, move over to your bag and take with you on a PDL battle night. Give me a couple suggestions of some things that you would put in your bag and use on a typical night. Heal smoke, rage potions. Yeah, well, grenades, you'd have to do individual grenades, right, Busy? So you'd probably, what, 10 grenades maybe? But what you want to do is you want to click on the 10 that you're going to take with you. Like Ray said, rage potions. That could be like 5 spots right there. Craven Light, ammos, and smokes. Different smokes, sparks. So again, you got to think kind of, if you want to do this kind of the right way, you don't have to list your legendaries. You don't have to there you go. Dimes is like seal smoke, limited grenades. So that could be 6 different grenades, standard gels. So for me, I think most people probably, you know what, Craven, you could, if you want to do a 3rd bag of pets, that's fine. But I might do something and say, okay, this bag is just going to be my pets. But if I were playing, I really think I would try to narrow it down to 50 items. It's not required, but yet, we could. But I think most people are going to come in somewhere between 40 to 50 items. Comfortably. We do inventory. We see what people use. But I think 40 to 50 items would comfortably get us to a point where you could have literally page 1, page 2, and your quantities are going to be there. It's easy just to kind of scroll over and look instead of flipping through 10 or 15 pages. All right. So, Ron, are you guys ready to go? We got everybody for Team VOX? All right. Everybody playing tonight. I heard both teams are ready. Let's get your pre-match buffs. Everybody's playing. So if you are Ron, Rocket, Cat, Trigger, Rajin, Football, or tonight, VOX is using Fly as a cyborg player, and Ron will be playing Cyborg Fly. Julia, you have 2 cyborgs. If you are not playing the cyborg, you do not have to announce it because you get to choose from 2. So you get to pick during the game which cyborg works best at that moment. So VOX will be playing 7, but their 7th will be the cyborg. So they do not have a cyborg ability in play. All right, if you are Team Arc, if you are Julia, Jim, Dal, Valar, Pope, Busy, or Sheila, give me your pre-match buffs. And make sure you get your elementals in there as well. I see Ron. I see Trigger. I see Cyborg Fly. Julia, Busy. Valar. Football. Dal. Shaman Sheila. Cat. Gemstone. Pope. Rajin. All right, everybody. Let the record show we are officially starting the Morgue 10 minutes early. That's earlier we started the Mirror Sly game. We started that at 8:52. So we'll see how it goes, everybody. Good luck. May the best team win. I'm going to take you down to the beautiful, beautiful map. These maps are incredible. Another shout out for Busy Bee. Oh my goodness. Is it chilly in the Ark Morgue? And how about a shout out? Honorary captains. We got Iman. And we got Mike N for Team Arc. And honorary captains for Team VOX. We've got Superfan Diana C. And we got Mike W. So if you are Trigger's Army and you're watching tonight, we always do shout outs for the whole army, but specifically, we're going to shout you out when your team is playing. So I need to know that Amon, and I need to know Mike N, that you are in the house and you're watching and pulling for Arc. Full speed ahead. Diana C and Mike N need to make sure you guys are here showing your love and support for VOX as their super fans as well. So thank you guys for all you do and for being a part of what we do. And we're going to put our super fans right over here. And over here, we're going to put our super fans right over here so they can hang out and they can watch the game in the front row, baby. All right, here's tonight's starting lineup, everybody, and I will announce captains. We're going to start out. Going first is the home team, Team Arc. We've got Game Over Valar going first in the bomber position. She is followed diagonally by Trigger in the bomber position. Trigger will be followed by the assassin in the rover position, Julia Muse. Julia's going to be followed by Rocket down in the tank role, played by Trigger. And we will have Rocket followed by Gemstone, the captain Gemstone. You can see a little lightning bolt above her head. So she is in the tank zone, worth an extra 150 points, by the way. And then go over to Ron in the rover position, who's also a captain. Yeah, Ron's worth an extra 150 points as well. So those captains tonight got a little extra bounty on them. We go from Ron over to Dow in the DZ, and Dow is followed by Cat in the DZ. So that is what it's all about. All right, everybody, we're on the clock. Valar, I'm going to give you 15 seconds from the bomber position. Please get your move in. Don't forget, we have elevation, we have suffocation, we have smoke inhalation from hitting the straw man. So all of those things will be taken into account. That is exactly what I said. Thank you, Julie J. All righty. Valar, let's do it. It's like some reason Julie J wants Ron to be worth that 150. All right, where you at, Valar? Julie J might be putting an extra 150 on you. She might be putting some dead dimes up as well. Ron has become a target. All right, we got Valar. Valar says, let's flourish this joint. So flourishing wand, we're going to add an extra absorption right over here. And that is an earth wand. So earth wands are officially out of play. So green is off the board. Going to go Deity Ring to Cat. Going to steal Rocket's Boss. All right, wand is good. Legendary Deity Ring. Deity Ring, we're going to give Cat a seal and a free pet repel, and she won't be using smokes the rest of this game. Going to go Boss on Main Street. Valar playing Boss in 1. We'll cap in 3. It's a lot of stuff. I got to make sure she can do it all, by the way. The wand is not a problem. The legendary's fine. The activation, Boss, Seal, Max Spark, and a grenade. And temple. All right, movement is usually first, just so you know. Luckily, oh, no. Frost grenade to the temple. Gotcha. All right, she's fine. Wand, deity ring, steal a boss, play a boss, seal, spark. All good. Because she didn't move. But Ron says, and thank you. Put the flames there. Ron is playing red-blue. So he is not going to let you take out the flame, Valar. And red-blue is going to get rid of your absorption. So again, I'll repeat this. Flourishing Wand, no problem. Deity Ring to catch. She won't be playing smokes. Steel Rockets, boss. Boss on Main Street. Going to drop a seal. Max Spark Ron. And trying to put out a Temple Flame. And Ron says no. And it's actually going to break her absorption with the red-blue. All right, let's go over to Trigger. That was a book. We're going to hinder Trigger and give her a -1. Trigger's going to head over to the temple steps. Dark Boss to their chest. Playing Dark Boss in 1. Cap in 3 could be worth 25 bonus. Going to drop a seal. And Rapture loaded to the wall. Gemstone. Hits or stop it. It hits. All right, Rapture loaded. Trigger liking the teardrops. Rapture with no juice. Only the grenade wax. She is a gladiator. Black block for Trigger. Temple Steps, Dark Boss, Rapture loaded, and a seal as well. So let's kick it over to Julia. Julia, your move. You guys did not see Monday's match. The Morgue is the best PvP we have ever put out. So Julia's going to hop in to the rover. And Julia's going to get the first official points. Nope, first official points were the wall. But Julia is going to get a tire. 25 points for Julia, grabbing the Range Rover. Going to send Boss over to their chest. Julia playing Boss in 1. We'll cap in 3. She's also going to play the Sleet Wand. Sleet Wand is going to freeze that block. So you got a Teardrop and a Sleet Wand. So we got 2 wands out of play. Going to Max Spark Ron. And you know Ron likes some boots of dancing. All right, so that makes Ron immune to the first slow or stun. So that would have stunned him. So Ron did not use it on the first slow. That was the first Max Spark. So that would be a stun. And that is going to make him immune to that stun. Ron is still slowed. Still slowed, Ron. But you avoided that first one. She's going to go Seal and Thrill. Raptor loaded. And going to hinder Angel to give her a -2. All right, Ron said grenade hits, and Julia's also going to use Chromica. Give her +10. All right, Rapture hits, Julia. Let's go Teardrop. And getting rid of her own black block. All right. So if you're keeping score, Julia got into Range Rover, played a boss, Sleet Wand, put a Max Spark on Ron, which would have stunned him. It did not. A Seal and Thrill on herself, and Rapture loaded. She's going to hinder Trigger. All right, let's go from Julia over to Rocket. And Chaos, and those of you that are watching, the first couple rounds are a lot of feel-out moves, so there are going to be a lot of actions, a lot to keep up with, and then you'll see they get a little less as we go. All right, we got Curtis to break the sleet. Rocket playing Seal Smoke. Going to hinder Jim to give her a -1. And an S8 Cadet to bury the dead. All right, Curtis going to break the block. Nice move. Team Arc. Does the S8 bury the dead? Hit the tombstone. All right, it hits. All right, quick recap. Rocket breaks the seal, plays the seal on herself, going to hinder Jim, and going to bury the dead. All right. Bury the dead. Rocket, give me 4 numbers. And if she is successful, she don't want to do what Craven did the other day and take out the rover, because the rover's occupied, but she could take out the Scarage or the tank, and that's a big move to take out the tank. So give me 4 numbers from 1 to 9. 1, 4, 6, and 9. Number 1 is a tank. We got a rover. We got a Scarage. And we got a Scarage. All right. Give me 2 more numbers, Trigger. We keep going until we match. Right now, it's looking like the Scarage, but you never know. It depends on what the next one is. It says 2 and 7. Let's start with 2. Oh, it's a tank. If the next one is a tank or a Scarage, it is buried. Let's go to number 7. It's a tank! The tank has been buried. Trigger hitting jackpot. Arc's tank is out of play. All right, and that is the way you bury the dead, everybody. Sometimes you got to gamble. All right, let's go from Rocket over to Gemstone in the tank zone with no tank. We got Jim, Ron, Dow, and Kat. Going to play a seal. We play Gold Tupac. That's a marker for Gold Tupac, everybody. Going to hinder trigger. Going to give her a -3. Max Spark Ron. Ron, the second spark is going to stick. But he did get him to burn an extra max spark. So Ron is stuck in place. And she's going to go S8 Cadet to raise the dead. Now, there's only one thing that's dead, so she would have a 33% chance to raise the dead. Ron, does the S8 Cadet hit? It hits. So if this is a Scarage or a Rover, not going to raise anything. So Jim is going for that 1 in 3 chance. So she got a seal. Gold Tupac. She's going to hinder trigger. Max Spark Ron to keep him in place. And now we are going to try to raise the dead. Gemstone. Give me 4 numbers from 1 to 9. If she's successful, it'll undo what Angel did. If she's unsuccessful, Ron just got them to burn another attack. It says 2, 4, 6, 9. 2. 4. 6. 9. All right. Jim, the odds are looking pretty good. You just need 1 tank. Give me 2 more numbers. Did she get her tank back? Three and 7. We'll start with 3. Oh, it's a Rover. Oh, it's getting a little rough now. Let's check 7. Is 7 going to be a tank? If it's a Rover, it's over. It's a tank! She brought the tank back from the dead! My goodness! Oh, thank you very much. VOX lands a big shot, and then Jim comes back and brings it right back. Now that is something you might not see again. All right, let's go from Gemstone over to Ron. Ron, you ain't moving this turn. Jim says it's now Hank the Tank. All right, we are trading punches at this point. VOX landed a big one to start. And Art comes right back and brings the heavy artillery to the house. But I got a feeling Ron will go to his bag of tricks, well, once he can move again. Going to go gold nitro to Dow. Going to give him that seal. A little bit of pet repel. Spruce to the temple. And going to hinder Jim, give her a -2. Jim's at -2. Trigger -3 on their enrage. All right, Spruce cannot be blued. Jim hits or prevent it. Y'all don't think that's all Ron has for tonight, do you? All right, Ron putting out the flame. Temple Chamber Vox is doused. All right. Speaking of doused, let's go to Dow. Almost. All right, Dow, you're up. Dow's getting that first turn book in there as well. We'll give you 10 more seconds. And after Dow, we got Cat. So Cat, if you can be semi-ready to go. All right. Dow's going to hinder trigger, which is a -4. That is the max that you can be hindered. Going to go Vines to Ron. And Vine's going to break his max spark. Ron can be moved. He no longer is stuck with max spark. Actually, he cannot. Ron has first turn absorption. So the Vines are going to break Ron's absorption only. It's not going to damage him, therefore his max spark is still in play. But the gold nitro to Ron would break his seal, still doesn't damage him. Dow would get a seal. So Ron is still stuck, but he does not have his first turn absorption or his seal. And Dow's going to try to blue gel the temple. And they're going to go gold psycho. First psycho of the game. And that is going to break Dow's absorption. Okay. Hinder Angel, good. Vines break Ron's absorption. Nitro breaks Ron's seal, gives the seal to Dow. Shot is going to be stopped by Ron. Gold Psycho, the gold is going to break his absorption. Cat, you're up. Final move of round number 1. Jim with a -2 hinder. Trigger with a -4 hinder. Everybody is 100% health. Each team has a teardrop. No walls are frozen. Trigger on the stairs. Vox chamber is empty. Arc's chamber is... Arc's chamber's on fire. Give Cat about 10 more seconds. Get that first move in. Guys, keep the game flow going. Cat's going to summon Red Nolan. He's got a first turn Nolan in play. Going to Gold Spark Gem. Reduce her size and damage. Going to hinder Gem. Going to give her a -3. Gem is -3 in rage. Trigger's -4. And Inferno to the Straw Man to light the first Straw Man. And it hits. All right, so we got Straw Man over on this side. And it is going to give Cat 10 points of inhalation. And the 10 points of inhalation is going to break her absorption. So that's a good first turn move because she was going to lose the first turn absorption anyway. All right, she gets Nolan out, Red Nolan, Gold Spark Gem, lights the first Straw Man, and is also going to hinder Gem. And that is the end of round number 1. Action-packed round number 1. So we've got 1 blessing for Trigger because she rotates into the temple from the temple stairs. And the chamber was open. So 1 blessing to 0. Give a halo to Cat. Give a halo to Dow. Strawman, we got 5 points for Vox, 0 for Arc. DZ, 25 to 25. And this is round number 2. Round number 2, Arc's chamber is open season. Once you get past round number 1, either team can put out the flame, but only the team that puts out the flame can inhabit that side. The left side can be inhabited by any player, but whoever puts out the flame is the first to inhabit the right side now. All right, let's go to round number 2. Valar, you have boss out, and it is your turn. Valar, you're on the clock. Give you 15 seconds. Going to send Mythic Kang over to her boss. All right, Valar playing Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Going to put a little dust on Trigger. Going to haunt Trigger for damage. So we're going to lower her damage. -5, Trigger's overall damage. Frost Grenade to the temple. Ron says, let's use some gold blue on that. Second blue of the game. And that gold is going to break Valar's seal. All right, so she plays the Kang, plays the dust. Going to haunt. Going to throw a grenade. And Ron says, nope, you ain't getting a temple this round because we're going to put it out with a gold blue. Breaks her seal. Let's go over to Trigger. Trigger, your move. We got Trigger, Julia, Rocket, Jim, Ron, Dow, and Cat. I'm going to send Mythic Kang to my own boss. She does. Could be worth 63 if it caps. She's going to play a heal. Taking no damage, but you are surrounded by heal smoke. Heal does not get rid of the dust smoke. And she goes F5 Kata loaded to the wall. It hits. And she's got a -4 hinder. So the F5 Kata is going to be a R1 Kata. And the R1 Kata is going to get you 40% of a green block. Got 60 green remaining. So she gets the Kang out, plays the heal, under the effect of dust, and the hinder is going to give her a Enrage 1 Kata with the dust nerf. All right, let's go from Trigger over to Julia in the Rover. Julie's going to head down to the tank zone. And thank you for announcing it that way. That's the way you do it. Driving down to the tank zone in the Rover. Mythic Kang. To Villar's boss. Mythic Kang could be worth 63. She's going to play a Pet Repel. Going to Mind Flay Ron. Ron, you cannot play Haunt. And a Spruce to the Temple. Puts out the flames. The left chamber can be occupied by any player. The right chamber can only be occupied by Arc this round. After this round, any chamber can be occupied by anybody. So she drives to the tank zone, Mythic Kang, Pet Repel, Spruce, and she's going to Mind Flay Ron to make sure he doesn't use any Haunt. All right, let's go over to Rocket. Rocket chilling in the tank zone. Trigger, you're up. Give you 15 seconds. Trigger's going to turn into a... Rocket's going to turn into a tank. Cape of Craven. Going to go Red Kang. Trigger's boss. Red Kang could be worth 50. F5 Kata loaded with Repel. All right. Now I have to remind you that you are in the tank zone, but you're not in a tank. So that means you have to move out of the tank zone and unestablish yourself from that area. So she turns into a tank. And last round, I just want to clarify. Yep, she did not get in the tank. So she has to move to the Rover position. So move her over here. She's not in the smog. So we'll put her right here on the side so you know she's not slowed down in any regard. And F5 Kata loaded as well. So F5 Kata with no nerf. And no hinder. Take down to 60% and take down the next block. So she takes down what's remaining of the green block and another green block. So nice shot from the Rocket. All right, let's go over to Gemstone. And Gem is gold sparked. You can type it before Ron. I mean, you guys know the rule. So if you want to type another line, type another line. Ron says it hits. All right. Gemstone gets in the tank. And Ron says it hits. And that is the action. So the next line does not go through. Remember, if you guys type something, you can type the remainder of it. But once the opposing captain types hits, it locks in that turn. So Gemstone in the tank, getting the cannonball. Going to be 25 points. You can delete it. Go ahead and delete it so the inventory team doesn't charge it. But keep in mind, don't type the extra dialogue of I made a mistake or who's Hank. Type the next line or type hits as a captain so he gets locked in or you continue to get the move. All right, so Gemstone in the tank. After her move, she's no longer under the effect of the gold spark. It'll wear off. So we go from Gemstone over to Ron. Ron, you are no longer under the effect of max spark. You're up. Mythic Kang to triggers boss from Ron. All right, we got another Kang. Could be worth 63. Ron's going to hop into Rover. Makes him eligible for Occupy. So he's going to hop into Rover, give Ron a tire. 25 points for VOX. Ron, you can move to the temple, but you can't occupy the temple. All you can do is move to the stairs of the temple. Because remember, the first turn that the flame is taken out can only be occupied by that team. So I'm going to put you on the stairs of the temple. And you are not occupying the temple for any purpose, even though you are close to the temple. All right? So he's going to Mythic Kang, triggers boss, hop into Rover, move to the temple, F4 Trixie on both Kangs, and Mythic Tanners from Julia, and Red Tanner from Valar. All right, this could get a little painful. Ron? Mythic Tanner is going to hit you for 35. Does it hit? Ron's going to use the absorption ability. Don't blame him. It's going to take it down to 25. That means Ron is taking 75. But then the Red Tanner is going to hit you, Ron. It's going to take you down to 65. All right, so he's got 35 coming in from Mythic Tanner. He cuts that 35 down to 25. But the Red Tanner is going to hit him for another 10. He's already used his absorption. It's going to take him down to 65. But both Tanners are out of play. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dow. Dow, final move for Ark in round 2. Give Dow 10 more seconds. Get your move in. Going to Talon Valar to the temple. Well played. Going to go absorption potion. All right. Going to go Thrill Smoke. Going to drop a Pet Repel. Going to fire a shot at Ron. And they use Prevention. All right. Talon Valar plays an absorption. Drops a thrill smoke. Cannot play a pet repellent. That's a double smoke. I'm going to give you a warning for playing a double smoke. So he gets the Talon, the Absorption, the Thrill, and fires the Cosmic red gel, and the red gel is prevented. Cat, final move of round number 1. Or round number 2. I think I said round number 1. Final move of round 2. Give Cat 10 more seconds, get her move in. All right, she's going to Ion Julia. And that is going to take her out of the rover. And it's going to put her in the no zone. All right, Ark's rover has disappeared. Going to haunt Julia for damage. So -5 damage to Julia. All right, so she's going to throw Trixie to Main Street. Okay. And Nolan's going to throw a Trixie as well. So here's the way a Nolan would work. So Cat is going to throw a Trixie that splits. Nolan is going to throw a Trixie-powered grenade that copies her rage that does not split. So you basically have 3 grenades coming in at 2 targets. Cat throws the Trixie splits. Nolan throws the power of the Trixie, does not split, but does copy the rage. So you've got 3. So Dowell's going to use a tank. Page 1. A mythic blue from Dowell. And Jim, you have a 3rd Trixie. So Dowell's going to prevent 1. Blue's going to prevent 1. There's a 3rd one. And it won't cost you to type what you're going to do to it because it's a new move. So do you want to let it hit, or do you want to stop the 3rd one, which will take out one of those Kangs? All right, hits. All right, so Dow uses a prevention. Dow uses a mythic blue. The mythic blue is going to take out Cat Seal. And then the other Trixie is going to take out one of the Kangs. Everybody should understand it. All right. And Cat lost her seal because of the mythic blue. All right, that is the end of round number 2. At the end of round number 2, we get a blessing for Valar. We get a second blessing for Trigger. DZ, 25-25. Strawman, still 5-0. Captains, give me your second half, give me your third round subs. Third round subs. We're going to give Cat a second halo. We'll give Dow a second halo. All right, move Valar out. Pope will come in. Busy coming in. Extra DZ. Look, I'm put her over her name. Look at Busy. In the tank zone. Over her name. Fly coming in for Rocket. Put Fly in the tank zone. Cat's going to lose her Pet Repel for elevation. Dow, you're going to lose your Seal for elevation. Football coming in as an extra bomber. All right, so new order is it's going to start out with Pope, Trigger, Julia, Fly, Gemstone, Ron, Dow, Cat, Busy, and Football. Julia, so far you've gotten credit for the Rover and the Rover Zone only. Ron, you have gotten credit for getting in the Rover. No zones occupied. All right, round number 3, Gemstone. Are you guys going to play the squid, or this round you're going to kill the squid? They're going to kill the squid. Squid is out of play. We will have no squid bid this game. Everybody watching, who was here for the squid? Give me a yay if you're here for the squid. Give me a boo if you wanted to see the squid played. Leave it in chat right now. Alex, Pope, you're up. Yeah, it's like a game show. You got to ask the audience what they wanted. Start of Pope's turn. Let's go ahead and give Pope that 63 for Kang. Let's also give Pope the first flag of the game, occupying Main Street. Art getting on the board in a big way with that first flag. Get that first one of the season under your belt. We got some Calamari fans out there. All right. Pope's going to move to the temple. Get that early occupying. Going to go Boston Main Street. Pope. 3 and 5. Going to play a Seal Smoke. E7, Red's Revenge to the wall. Father Ron, how you feeling about that? And he's not feeling good about it. Pope says, I'm going to bring the second highest grenade in the game and do a little wall damage, but nope, not today. Cat uses the final blue of the game. For Team VOX. And that gold-blue damage goes over to the Pope. Breaks his absorption. Any damage to him will break the absorption. So in the temple, Boston Main Street plays a seal, and the grenade is shut down. Let's go over to Trigger. Trigger still in the dust smoke. Round number 3, your move. In the dust smoke with a -4 hinder. All right. Trigger's going to steal Jim's boss. Going to send Ward over to Fly Rod. She can do all these things because, not Fly Rod, sorry. Not Fly Rod. Fly Rod has not been traded to VOX. She's going to send Ward over to Cyborg Fly, and she can do that because her boss capped. More on that in a second. Going to send a Max Seal over to Ron. Ron's got a Pet Repel and a Seal. And she's going to go S6, Elmo loaded to the wall. Jim, let me know what you want to do with that. While you're doing that, I'm going to let everybody know that VOX just got about 189 points just like that. They capped 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, Mythic Kangs. And they also got their first flag of the game. And the first one, you guys know, is 150-point flag. First one and second one a little cheaper. Then by the third one, you're getting 250. First flag of the season for Team VOX. We got 1 flag to 1 flag. Jim says it hits. Let's give Trigger 10 points for that Elmo. And she's liking that S6 Elmo. Liking it to the tune of blue block. Blue block. 25% blue block. 75 blue remaining, Trigger. 3/4 of a blue block left before you get to your teardrop. Let's kick it from Trigger over to the Assassin, who's currently in the no zone with no rover. That is a great challenge. Not the haunt, but the hinder. I'm going to back that up. Good call, Jim. It did not include the hinder. Trigger, your S6 gets a -4, which makes it an Enrage 2 Elmo. We got to put some blocks back up for you. I'm sorry. So you did not get 2 1/4. Got a third of that. One blue block for Trigger. That is a difference maker. The hinder is a hinder. All right, let's go over to Julia. Successful challenge by Arc, which means they can keep challenging as long as they're successful. All right. Julia is turning fly into Marty. Oh, boy. And because he's a pet, he loses ward. Julia's going to move over to the temple steps. Ron is at the temple steps as well. Again, neither her nor Ron are occupying the temple. They're just there. She's going to fear trigger. Out of the temple. Won't get her into the Arc home field advantage, but will move her over to this area. It's as far as the fear is going to go. Going to summon Gold Nolan. And to the astute PDL players, leave in chat why Julia does not get an E4 seismic grenade attack. Leave it in chat. She does get the Euclid. She moves to the temple steps, plays the Fear Smoke and the Gold Nolan. But we will move on from Julia over to the Rocket because Fear is an attack from the steps. That is correct. So I take the first action, which is the Fear. So the last action is the Seismic. No credit for the Seismic. Correct. All right. Moving on to the Rocket. Yeah. Inventory team will not charge you for the Seismic. So they know not to include that last line. So yes, you still have your E4, you still have your Seismic to use later on. Give Rocket about, I'm sorry, Fly Rod. Fly Rod, or I keep saying Fly Rod. No! I'm going to be doing that all night. We skip Fly because he's Marty, and we go to Gemstone. Gem, you're up from the tank. Ugh. Sorry, guys. All right, we go from Julia to Fly. Fly is Marty. We skip Fly, and we go to Gem. And when Trigger caps, she also got 25 points for the Dark Boss. And Julia capped as well. So that is Arc Flag number 2. Cannot play Dark Boss because you had your actually you can play Dark Boss. Yes. Dark Boss cannot be stolen. So you're good. So she dismisses Tupac. Earlier, they stole Jim's boss, which you can do. But Jim has Dark Boss, and you can't steal it. So Costly mistake there. So she plays Dark Boss. Played in 3, would cap in 5. So dismisses Tupac, plays Dark Boss, F4 Seismic. Now Jim has a -3, Ron, but she's in the tank and she's getting a +3 in rage from the tank. So it is still going to be an F4 Seismic. Football is going to intervene it. So it would have been a 7. She loses a 3 for Hinder. Still would have been an F4. Ron doesn't want the Seismic being played. So football is going to intervene it. Good moves by both players. Let's go from Jim over to Ron. Ron, you're up. Yep. Got you, football. Thank you. We got Ron, Dow, Cat, busy in football. I also, real quick adjustment. Football is at 80% health. And Alex is at 80% health. They both took suffocation when they came in the game in the bomber zone. Round 3, they both are under the effect of suffocation. Football at 80 and Alex at 80. Just make a note of your health. Ron's at 65. Ron's going to move to their DZ in his rover. Going to go boss to their chest. Ron's playing boss in 3, cap in 5. Ron's got unlimited range anywhere on the map he wants. Going to play a heel smoke. And M7 Carnage all the way over to the wall. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. Woo! From DZ to wall. Is that not a crazy, crazy thing? All right, heel smoke, M7 Carnage. Ron, you got no hindrance. And by no hindrance, blue block, touches the red for a teardrop. Father Ron taking down the blue and activating the teardrop. Gets them down into red. VOX taking a little wall control. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dow. Dow's just been chilling in the DZ. Real quick, temple count. Trigger has booked 2 rounds in the temple. Valar 1. Pope, none as of yet. Give Dow about 5 more seconds to get his move in. Got Dow, Cat, busy in football. Keep the game flowing, everybody. When it gets to your turn, you got to be ready to roll. All right, going to Fear Smoke Ron. Grizz to Cat. And Blue Gel to a Straw Man. It's a pretty good move. All right, I'm going to use the eye ring. He missed his turn. He is no longer Marty. He's fine. So he can use the legendary. So eye ring keeps Cat from getting grizzed. Red, blue from football. Ron, by my count, you're out of blues. Can we confirm that? Oh, you're right. You're right. It's not a blue anyway. Yep. Sorry. I had to go back and look at the shot. Red Psycho is fine. Blue is not a eligible play anyway because it's not a grenade. Yep. So Red Psycho. All good. That's the final Psycho of the game. So Vox out of blues and Psychos. Going to stop the shot. The red from the Psycho Dow is going to break your absorption. And the Fear Smoke is going to Fear Ron into the O zone, no zone. Get rid of his rover zone. Ron is feared out of the rover. He's still the captain. He's still got his seals. Ron, your next move, you're in Arc Smog. So it means you are moving half your normal speed. So nice move by Dow, capitalizing on the home field advantage. So Dow, Fear Smoke gets him out of the rover. Grizz is stopped. Blue shot is stopped. Cat, you're on the clock. Give you 15 seconds. After Cat, we got busy in football. Gold Blitz, Julius Nolan, Absorption, Inferno Grenade, Strawman. Jim, you got the Gold Blitz. She says wait, and you got the Inferno. And after Cat, we got Busy. So Busy, if you can start thinking about your move. And then we got Football finishing out round 3. What are we preventing? You can leave it, Busy. What are we going to prevent? The Blitz or the Inferno? Blitz. All right. The Inferno hits, which means we've got Strawman number 2 is officially lit. The smoke inhalation is going to break Cat's absorption. So she just played it. She hit the Strawman. Strawman number 2 is lit. But she loses the potion. They prevent the Blitz attack on Nolan. Nolan's still in play. So Blitz, no go. Absorption is gone. Inferno hits. All right, Busy Bee is going to DZ Portal. So let me get over to this other side and deal with Cat. She's going to turn into a sniper and take Football's boss. Ouch. Thanks, Ron. Ron, super fast on that. Going to haunt Ron to lower his health. And he's got a lot of it. But we'll lower it 5%. Still over 7,000. I'm only telling you because he was targeted to give you an idea. Binds to Cat is going to take Cat down to 90% with the vines. Grizz is going to launch Cat to the no zone. And the gas blast fizzles, but you do get charged for the gas blast because there was a target when you played it, but there's nothing for it to hit because you already launched her. So you do lose the gas blast. It hits the ground, but Cat is propelled to the other side, and she is not officially in that zone, and she is slowed. All right, DZ Portal turns to a sniper, steals Football's boss. The vines hit, but she'd already lost her absorption, so she takes 10. The Grizz hits, but it's going to take Cat down to 85 health, from 90 to 85. All right, Busy, over to Football. Football, you got no boss, but you got options. You're on the clock. You have 15 seconds. Give Football about 10 more seconds. Just let you guys know, those of you that want to finish at 11, 11:15, have your moves ready. If a move could take 15 seconds and you take 45, that's an extra half a minute per turn. When you factor that out through the entire match, it's an extra 45 minutes. So if you take 45 seconds to a minute, the reason the games go till midnight, got to have the moves ready. Give football 5 more seconds before we nerf his attack. All right, going to go 6s for a block. Go to the tank zone. All right, let's put him in the tank zone first. Got to move to the tank zone. This will cost you movement because you're going from the bomber all the way to the tank zone. Talon Cat to the DZ. All right. No heal and seal. Because you're playing a legendary and also a smoke. And the potion is a part of the attack. So I'm going to give you the movement. I'll give you the pet. I'll give you the activation. I won't charge you the heal and seal before the potion because the potion is a part of the attack. But you can't get the heal and seal in there as well. And we're going to hinder Jim. Give Jim a -4. That's the maximum she can be hindered. So 6s for a block. We're going to go ahead and give you that. And actually, I'm going to give you the heal and seal. All right, so football moved into a zone that will not allow him to hit the wall. So he moved into the tank zone, which makes hitting the wall impossible. So I am going to give you the heal and seal after all, but no attack. All right. 6s for a block, move into the tank zone, Talon Cat to the DZ, heal and seal. But now that he's established in the tank zone, he can't reach the wall. So inventory team, no F5 and no Elmo. And that is the end of round number 3. So at the end of round number 3, I've got 3rd Halo for Cat. I've got Halo for Busy. 3rd Halo for Dow. Julia moved to the stairs of the temple. After the fear smoke, she's going to rotate into the temple. So Art getting a blessing. Julia getting credit for the temple zone. Strawman. We got 10 points for Vox, 0 for Arc. And DZ, we've got 25 for Arc, and we got 0 for Vox. All right, Halos have been given. Blessings have been given. DZ and Strawman's given. All right, let's go back to Pope. Pope, round number 4. This is the final round of the first half. Pope, I'm going to give you 15 seconds. All right, teams, I need you to pick up the pace. Let's get this round under our belt. So 15 seconds and 15 seconds only for moves this round. So be ready to go. Pope, good job. They're going to Gronk, Ron's boss. Ron, your boss is now at 50%. All right, so using Cyborg Gronk, I'm going to send Mythic Kang. To the Main Street Boss. Could be worth 63 if it caps. Thrill and Seal, S8, Red's Revenge, loaded to Ron's Boss. Ouchie. Ron. Ron says it hits. Ron has a lot of health, as I just revealed, but he also has that -5. But this is an S8 Red's Revenge, and it's a lot of potion, and it's a lot of grenade. Taking Ron's Boss. 50% down. To 24%. A little bit over a quarter damage to Ron's Boss. Ron's Boss now sitting at 24 after the Gronk and after the grenade. It's a nice 1-2 combo shot. Arc using her resources. Gronk is in play. Mythic Kang. Thrill and Seal. S8's Red's Revenge loaded. All right, let's go from Pope over to Trigger. All right, Trigger's going to start out with, she's going to unholy that dust, and that's a smart move. Getting rid of the dust. Luna Lamp to football. She's going to blue spark herself for more damage. And M7, Elmo loaded to the wall. So football, Luna Lamp means he'll get 3 rounds of S8. But now we've got a M7 Elmo with a blue spark to deal with. Does it hit? Gemstone. All right, Pope's going to use Glacier. All right, so he's going to try to freeze it to see if he cuts the damage in half, if that's going to prevent the wall from being taken out. All right, first of all, Elmo's going to hit Trigger, so that's a good move. Get that free 10 points. So you know it hits. Second thing is, you've got equivalent to a S8. But we're going to lower that in half, and we're also going to cut the Elmo damage in half. So the Glacier is a good play. Trigger getting let me back this up. Trigger, it is a M7, M8, S8 -4, which makes it a Fury 4. Pope cutting it in half, which makes it a E2, and half the Elmo, giving her 1 red block. Exactly. All right, there we go. One block remaining. Kept the block up. Nice move by both. Okay, let's go from Trigger over to the assassin, Julia Muse. Julia, you're up. From the temple. And neither player has a rover. All right, Julia's going to move from the temple to the tank zone. There we go. Going to send Torment over to fly. Ron, Julia, and Gold Nolan. M7. Oh, my. That, I got to give it to you. Ark, that was a nice setup. Gronk, Dow, Julia, M7. Julia getting 10 points for the Elmo. Taking Ron's boss out of play. Julia adding her first ruffled feather of the season. So plus 25 to Julia, getting a ruffled feather. And more importantly, taking a boss off the board. All right. Tank Zone, Torment, Gold Nolan 1-2 punch. Only gets credit for the one Elmo. And she also used disperse for a little extra pop. Well played. All right, go from Julia over to Fly. Fly, you're surrounded by Torment Smoke. And all your other statuses are good. We got Fly, Jim, Ron, Dow, Cat, Busy, and Football. And then we got halftime. Ron, we'll give you 10 more seconds. All right, Fly's going to move to the temple. Like, hey, it's open. Let's do it. Going to go boss to their chest, which is good. Jumpstone does a hit. All right, it hits. Reason I asked for the hit is because Ron cannot play the F5. Because he's tormented. Could have played the unholy to get rid of the torment, but he didn't. So Ron, you just got a lithium with no juice on it. That's not going to get you the red block, unfortunately. Ron, 3/4 of a block with no juice. He put a little extra on it to make sure, but unfortunately, he couldn't enrage. 25% red block remaining. Didn't need much, but you needed more than 0. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dow. No, I'm sorry. Let's go from Fly over to Jim. Fly to Jim. And then Ron, and then Dow. That was Fly, inventory team. So we got Jim, Ron, Dow, and Cat. All right, so Jim is going to play Anthrax. Which is going to be a Fire Wand. And take Pet Repel from Ron. Hijacking your stuff, Ron. Giving it to herself. Gonna send Gold Kang to her boss. Gold Kang could be worth 55. And Ron, this is going to be an S6 plus 4, minus 4. It is round 4, so the tank's in rage 4. So it's going to give her an S6 plus Ignite. Going to be a little less than an S7. And it's an Elmo. Ron says it hits. Art getting 10 for the Elmo. And getting an S6 and 3/4. Green block. Green block. %10 of a blue block. So 90 blue remaining. So 2.9 blue. VOX still comfortably in the lead with the walls. Anthrax, Gold Kang, S6 plus Ignite in the tank minus the hinder. All right, let's go from Jim over to Ron. Ron, you're up. Give you 15 seconds to get your move in. All right, Ron is going to, and this is actually Ron. Ron's going to move to their DZ. Remember, half speed, Ron. All right, Ron's moving to their DZ. Half of his actions because he was in Arc Smog. Gold Orbital, Spruce. So, Ron, I cannot give you the max seal. The attack, the pet, but no additional actions. But you also played a Spruce to a Straw Man. And maybe you can tell me what's wrong with that. It doesn't do nothing. But the good news is you didn't get any smoke inhalation Because you threw a blue grenade at a straw man. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'll give you the gold orbital. I think Vox needs halftime. I think they need like a 20. All right, moving to their DZ, gold orbital, and a grenade that fizzles. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dow. Dow, you got 15 seconds. And gold orbital will be worth 19 points when the wall goes down. All right. Dow's going to max seal. All right, so not sure what's going on here, but so Art, can you confirm that Dow is in round number 5? Okay. So you have a 10% chance to insta-kill Cat, but you lose your turn, your only turn in round 5. So I just want to be clear with that. So we're going to do a death strike on Cat, and he has a 10% chance of pulling it off. But either way, he loses his turn in round 5. Dow, give me a number from 1 to 10. No. You lose the turn as soon as you designate that you're going death strike. That turn is gone. All right, here we go. He needs a 4. If he gets a 4, he gets a killing blow. It is a 7. It is a 7. Playing Joker, he gets another shot at it. All right, he gets another shot at rolling a 4. Cat, if it is a 4, you die. There's a 4! Oh my gosh! No! No. Did he just pull a rabbit out of his ass or what? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my. That might have been the worst move in Play Dead Live history, giving away a free turn and getting a killing blow. It's not preventable, Ron. You can't prevent it. That's why it's a 10% chance. Wow. All right. You know what? I played this game a long time. Cat is out of the game. Ron, who do you want to sub in? Now, he still doesn't get his turn in turn 5. So, there's still a cost. But we're going to move Cat over to the side. We're going to put Rocket into DZ. You can bring in Ray Jin, Ron. You have Rocket and Ray Jin in the lineup. All right, so he's going to bring in Ray Jin into DZ. Dow getting a ruffled feather. Dow also getting a killing blow. All right, 2 ruffled feathers and a killing blow. And 1 second. Give me a second. All right, so I had to get Flies, Boss, in 4, Will Cap in 6. I got it on the board. I just want to make sure we had the right turn. All right, so we've got Dow with a killing blow. Let's go to Ray Jin. Cat, Ray Jin, you're on the clock. You guys should have a notebook and write down moves of the year, because the end of the season, you might not remember them all, but we have seen some good ones, some crazy things the first 2 matches of the Morgue. Regine binds to Dow. Going to break his seal. Grizz to Dow. S6 Trixie to Kang on Main Street and the wall. Jim, you got a Grizz and an S6 Trixie to Kang and the wall. All right. Mythic Blue is going to do what? On the Kang or the wall? All right, on the Kang. So we're going to protect the Kang. We're going to take Regine down to 65%. But the S6 is going to be enough juice to take down the rest of that wall. So VOX getting 19 points for the orbital. Getting their first wall of the game. Going to rebuild it. Jim's going to Dominari to keep Regine from getting the gold block. But VOX making up a little bit of ground. Getting some points back. Much needed. They're going to Grizz Dow out of the DZ. Over to the other side of the map. Dow, I'm going to take you down to 95. All right, let's go to Busy B. Busy B from the DZ. What you got, Busy? 15 seconds. Is Busy in speed mode? Because look at that. That might be pushing some J-Law speed there. That was like Mach 3, Busy. Busy moving to the tank zone. Thank you for being quick on that. That was super fast. Almost like she knows the map. She should. Gold Kang to Jim's boss. Busy, that could be worth 50. 5. Gold Kang could be worth 55 if it caps. M7 Thrill with Rapture. Raging using Horus. Legendary. So I won't take it off the board, but that is a blue equivalent. So she moves to the tank zone, plays Gold Kang, gets a Seal and Thrill, and the M7 Rapture loaded with Ignite does force Regine to use Horus as a legendary to stop it. Extra blue. All right, let's go from Busy to football. Football, final move of the first half. Action-packed first half, by the way. Crazy stuff. Movement. Moves. Missed moves. Gambling moves. We've seen bury the dead. We've seen raise the dead. We've seen a Razul, a Joker. Thank you, football. Super quick. Football says, let me jump in this tank. Like mother, like son. Grabbing the cannonball. I'm sure he made Dimes proud with that one. All right, football on the cannonball board. 25 points for the football master. Mythic Kang to fly. Football, Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Going to Torment Gem. Won't matter because this is the last move of the first half. S8 Rapture loaded to the wall with Ignite. So we're going to give him a S12 Grenade. Inventory team will still charge him for the Torment, but it will wear off at the end of this round because it is a lingering smoke. Jim, S12 Rapture. Gold blue from Julia. First blue of the game, believe it or not, for Team Arc. That is going to get rid of a seal. And at the end of the round, tanks. Okay, let's take a quick look here. We got Blessing for Arc. Blessing for Vox. Rajin getting a blessing. Ron getting a blessing. Vox getting 75 points for the DZ. Art getting 0. Strawman. Vox getting 10. Art getting 0. Dow and Cat still with 3 each. Cat was out of the game. Dow was out of the DZ. And captains, give me your second half subs. Ron, you lose your seal. All right. Cat, back to DZ. Starter comes back in. Regine will be in for Fly. Dal back in his DZ. Ron goes back to his Rover. And football goes back to the Bomber Zone. Football trigger Ron, Regine, and Cat. All right, on the other side, Sheila comes in for Pope. Everything else stays the same. Julia got credit for the tank zone. Ron got credit for the DZ. Julia has tank, Rover, and Temple. Ron, you have DZ, and you got in a Rover. Put Busy up in the Rover zone as well. Jim in the tank zone. So we've got DZ, Rover, tank, and Bomber. All right. So here is the order. I got Sheila, Trigger, Julia, Regine, Jim, Ron, Dow, Cat, Busy, and Football. Sheila, Trigger, Julia, Regine, Jim, Ron, Dow, Cat, Busy, and Football. Sheila, you start at 80% health. Trigger, you're at 80% health. Football, you're at 80% health. All three bombers start out with suffocation. All right, everybody, we got 3 rounds remaining. We got a great game. Got a score to win. And we're going to start out with Sheila. Sheila, start of your turn. We got Arc, capping a boss, and another Kang. Second 63-point Kang for Team Arc. Their third boss. Let's get them on the board. 3 flags to 1. Sheila's going to head over to the temple. Going to play a boss on Main Street. Sheila playing in 5. Cap in 7. Going to go heal and seal. Banish wand to Dow. He will not be launched. And the Nirvana wand is out of play. A lithium loaded to the wall with no juice. All right, moves to the temple, plays a boss, heal and seal, banish, and a lithium loaded. 90% blue. Well, taking down a whole blue block, Sheila. 90% blue of the next one. All right, let's go from Sheila over to Trigger. Trigger, you still got that -4 hinder. It does drop off in round 7, by the way. Look at Trigger, super fast. Big shout out to Sheila and Trigger. That's probably the fastest 1-2 combo I've seen. They are both ready to go. Let's see if we can keep this thing going. Temple, Dune to Strawman, Rapture loaded, Max Spark to Julia. Max Spark's going to slow Julia down. Jim, we got a Dune and a Rapture. Dune is going to give us Flame number 3. Rapture hits. Trigger getting a teardrop. Not going to put any juice on it because it wouldn't matter. But it is a Rapture. Still a nice power grenade. Black block. 25% of a green block. Wall's a little weaker. 1 1/4 with the Rapture. All right, let's go from Trigger to Julia. Julia, we'll keep the speed going. You're on the clock. 15 seconds. Look at that. We were doing so well. You can't cameo to the DZ, unfortunately. But you can move to the DZ. And it doesn't cost you anything from the Rover Zone, by the way. But it doesn't matter, basically, because it's a free move from where you're at to the DZ. But you cannot use the cameo. Well, actually you can. It's not a valid target. So you can still use it later if you choose to. It's not one of those things that fizzles because you don't have a valid location. Dune to Rajin, splash a Strawman. Now, that I can't give you because you just straight up picked the wrong pet. Well, hang on. No, never mind. Okay, it does say splash. My bad, my bad. I know Orcus does. I just didn't realize the verbiage on Dune said the same thing. You're good. You're fine. It's the exact same verbiage. So, going to hit Rajin for damage. Is going to splash a Strawman with the Dune. Going to go Vial to Rajin. And standard ammo Blue Gel to Strawman. All right, Julia putting out 2 flames, and because she used a blue flame, she takes no smoke inhalation. So nice move there. The damage on Rajin. Started out at 100 again. Dune's going to take him down to 94. File going to take him down to 84. All right, let's go from Julia over to Rejin. Rejin, can you keep the speed going? We got Rejin, Jim, and Ron. Give Kat 5 more seconds to get her attack in. We were on a hot streak there for a second. You know, Ron, I'm gonna agree with you because I think it's the way we played it. So, and I'm gonna make the call on this. So, Julia, I'm gonna give you the option to hit Rejin with damage or splash the flame. Not both. I can understand because the way it's written. But we've always played it as one or the other. So, no damage to Rejin for that. We're going to keep Rejin at 90. He only takes the vial. But, Ron, you're right. It's the way we played it. And I'll go back and I'll adjust what it says in chat because I can understand how it could be misunderstood either way. All right. So, Rejin's going to go Dune to Strawman to Light. Drop a seal. And F5 Vlad loaded to the wall with Echo. And Sheila's going to stop it. So Rejin is going to put Echo, which is going to put a +1 on Ron. So good challenge to Ron, and we'll get that updated. All right, so Kat is going to spread the flame to go back to flame number 2. Seal, F5, Vlad is shut down by Shaman. All right, let's go from Rejin over to Jim. Jim's still with that -4. But on Jim's turn, Dark Boss is going to cap. And we're going to get a couple 55s. So 2 more Kings. 25 from Dark Boss. And 4th flag of the night. Ark's bringing her flag game at home. Arc Smoke, Dark Nolan, F5, Vlad to the wall. Ron says it hits. All right, I'm going to bring out Dark Nolan. Arc Smoke, Disperse, strongest grenade in the game. It is a 1.9 blue. Taking out both blue blocks. And barely teardropping it. You get the red block off the board. 95 red remaining. All right, let's kick it over to Father Ron. Actually, back it up. I got to get used to Hinder. Sorry, Jim's F5 is a E1. Back it up. All right, recalculate Jim's damage. So she's got a -4 Hinder. She played a F5 Vlad's Verdict with Arc Smoke and Disperse to get the extra bonus. It's going to be equivalent to an E1 with Disperse. Taking down the blue block. And 25% of the next blue block. 75 blue remaining. Teardrop still up. Ron's going to establish himself in the bomber zone. Dune to Strawman. S6 St. Elmo loaded gemstone. It hits. All right, Dune to Strawman. Ron lighting up Strawman number 3. S6 Elmo. Give Ron 10 points for that Elmo. And as I said, this is a weaker wall. Ron has no hinder on him. Does have a -5 to his damage, but no hinder. 75% green. Ron, feeling green, feeling mean. $75. Done. And a blue block, Ron. Got you, Ron. Ron's got his Echo. He got 3/4. He got a full block. And he got another blue block. Well done. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dow. VOX starting to make their presence felt on the walls. We got Dow, Cat, busy and football. Skip Dow. Thank you, sir. Let's go over to Cat. Cat, you're up. Give Cat 10 seconds because we know Busy is going to be fast. Busy don't play. She might be up for that speed award this year. All right, Cat going to send Stasis over to Busy. Ouch, Busy. You got targeted. Seal and Thrill. S6, Trixie. The Gems Nolan and the wall, but yep. Cat cannot reach Gems Nolan or the wall unless she moves out of the DZ. Because Gem is on the other side of the midpoint, out of grenade range. The midpoint is the limit for grenades. Gem is in the tank zone. Cat has to move out of the tank zone. Or, I'm sorry, out of the DZ. All right, Sheila's going to eclipse Busy. No stasis. But Gems Nolan is dead, and Cat hits the wall. With an X6, S6. Taking down the blue wall. It is a Trixie. All right, let's go from Cat over to Busy. Busy, you are back. You got eclipsed. Busy going to play boss to their chest. Busy playing boss in 5 with Cap in 7. Going to move in range, which is going to be in the no zone. Thrill Blue Spark S8 Lithium loaded with Disperse. Ron. Ron says, wait. Using the prevention. No grenade for you, Busy. Ron getting back to his shutdown tactics. All right, football, you're on the clock. Make us proud, football. Round 5 was a good round for both teams. VOX established more wall damage. ARC set themselves up for some bosses. Football, Red Blaze, Strawman, Heal and Thrill, S8, Red's Revenge, loaded with Rampage. All right, Blaze going to light up Strawman number 4. Heal and Thrill, S8, Red's Revenge, loaded with Rampage. S8, S9, 10, 11. Wow! S11, Red's Revenge gets through. Heck yeah. And he put a Heal and Thrill on himself. Blue, Teardrop, Red, and Red. Football, mowing them down. Down to the last red block. You never, ever, ever count VOX out. Not with that firepower. All right, that is the final move of round number 5. Final move of round number 5. And Julia getting credit for the DZ. Tank, Rover, Temple, DZ for Julia. Ron getting credit for the Bomber. Other than that, we've got Julia getting a Halo. Dow getting a 4th Halo. Sheila getting a Blessing. And Trigger getting a Blessing. Strawman points. We've got 4 Strawman lit up. 25 points for VOX. 0 for ARC. DZ points. ARC 25. VOX 0. I've got Trigger in the Temple 3 rounds. Sheila in the Temple 1 round. Valar in the Temple 1 round. All right. Let's go to Sheila. And you are correct, Ron. Challenge lost. Summon Gold Kang to her boss. Maxiel. Over to Dow. H9, Rapture loaded to the wall with Disperse. Regen is going to intervene. Shutting it down, Shaman Sheila. Let's go over to Trigger. Trigger. VOX, you guys are doing a great job tonight. There's 3 players playing 2 characters, so you guys are giving it your all. Keep it going. Trigger, you're up. Red Blaze to Straw Man. Thrill and a Lithium loaded. Trigger blazing it up. Straw Man number 5. Lithium loaded. You know what? I'm just glad it wasn't a T, Gemstone. I'll go with Dits. Let's get that lithium loaded. All right, trigger. That is a nice 1-2 combo shot because the lithium lights up Straw Man number 6 just out like that. VOX has every Straw Man lit up. And they took down wall number 2. And Trigger just got a gold bar. Woo! We might have ourselves a game all of a sudden. All right. We're going to rebuild it. VOX with their second full wall on the scoreboard. All right, just like that. VOX with 600 points in walls and every straw man lit up. We might have ourselves a game, everybody. Let's kick it over from Trigger to Julia. All right, Julia moving to the bomber area. And that is a movement penalty because she's going from the DZ all the way down to the bomber. Couple things. One, Jim does not have a Dark Nolan. But you do get the Red Blitz, the Red Bliss. All right, so a couple things. One, you moved the entire map. Now, you didn't have an activation. So, vines, pet, grenade, all good. So, the vines do hit Cat. Going to break her seal. Red Bliss to Cat is going to damage her. I got Cat down to 80 after the vines and the bliss. S6 seismic to the wall with ignite. Ron says it hits. And she's got no negative modifiers on. So we're going to blue block, teardrop, 50% of a red block. This is the first wall, so we know it's a little tougher. So you got 2.5 red blocks remaining, Arc. And seismic, first seismic. Another seismic could capsize. Let's go from Julia over to Rajin. We got Ray Jin, Jim, Ron, Dow, Cat, busy in football. And then we'll have the final round, everybody. Keep it going. Keep the game flow going. Each game, we're going to get a little faster and a little faster. Give Ray Jin about 5 more seconds. Get the move in. And after Ray Jin, we'll have Jim. Jim's still working with a -4 hinder. All right, Ray Jin, going to heal and seal. The vial's going to break the seal. Heal and seal. We'll put it back. Also move Ray Jin up to 94%. So it'll cycle the seal. Ray Jin moving a little bit closer. Jim, S6 Rapture loaded to the wall. And he's going to build another straw man with fallacy. It hits. All right, we got another teardrop. Brand new wall. Black block, green block. VOX still moving right along. Let's go from Ray Jin to Gemstone. Y'all better not leave this stadium. Jim's going to go Seal and Thrill. Arc Spark. Quad Azar with Echo. Going to push some of that bonus down to Dow. Ron, if you're keeping score, she's still got a -4. Added an M7. We're going to give her a minus 25 for the double line. But might be a good move. She got it in before Ron said hits. So, Ron, I'm going to ask you again, does it still hit? It is an M7. Echo, M8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 4. It is the equivalent of an S8 overall. Cost her 25 to get the M7. Still hit, still getting an S8 with the Elmo. $50 red. 1.5 red. And 50 red. Half a red block remaining. The hinder was the difference between taking the wall down and not taking the wall down. And we are still in 6. But only half a red block still on the board for Team Arc. Let's go from Jim over to Ron. Ron Dow, Cat, busy in football. Give Ron 10 more seconds. Ron is going to move to the... Ron, you can just move to the stairs of the temple. You're not in a temple zone. You're at the stairs of the temple. It's going to light a flame, which is going to be flame number 7. F4 Carnage loaded to the wall with Echo. Ron's going to send that Echo down to Cat. Give her a +1. We'll give you the F5 because you used the F4. You called it, and I'm good with it. F5 Carnage loaded to the wall with Echo. It's equivalent to a 6. Green block. Blue block. All right, let's go from Ron over to Dow. All right, Dow going to send Midnight to Cat. Add a Max Spark. And then a Blue Gel to Strawman. Ron. Pet Attack to Cat, then a Spark. And then a Blue Gel. Hits. All right. Midnight is going to Static Cat. The Spark is going to stun her and keep her in place. No movement. Blue Gel is going to put out Strawman number 7. Cat, you're up, and you are where you are. Vines. Was played on Julia's turn. So she's already taken the Vine effect. Cat, busy in football. Cat, going to build another straw man. And Ron, I'll give you the Raijin cap in a second. I know you can't challenge it, but I'll get you in a second. Ron's probably like, I need that round 6 cap, but I can't challenge. We ain't going to lose the points, though. And he doesn't want to pay 25 for it. All right, Fallacy to build a straw man. Heal and seal. Get rid of the vines. And Inferno. No, we're going to bring 2 challenges back in a couple of weeks. With the first week, I just wanted to get the gameplay out there and speed the games up a little bit. But we're going to get you guys 2 challenges. We just got to kind of let the games play for a week or 2. Jim, Inferno to Strawman. Hits. All right. Lighting up Strawman number 7. All right. As I said, VOX capped earlier. And it is a Red Kang played by no, it is a Mythic Kang. Football Mythic Kang, giving him 63 more. and giving VOX their second flag of the night. Second flag of the night. One of them got killed. All right, fallacy to build, heal and seal, and inferno. Busy B, you're up. How quick can you get your move in? Arc Spark, Heal and Thrill, S6, Lithium to the wall. Heck yeah, Busy. Give her that gold bar, ladies and gentlemen. Busy B getting the first gold bar for Team Arc this season. How about that getting on the board? 50 points. And using a lithium to put out flame number 7. Keeping them at 6 flames for now. Got to do what you got to do. Arc with their first full wall. All right, and Football Master. Final move of round 6. And then we'll bring our starters back in. And we'll have a speed round, and we will decide a victor in the second game of the season, Arc's first home game of the Morgue. We will see these two teams battle as rivals this season. We will see them in a red wedding game this season. There's more to come from VOX and Arc. Roxy Strawman, Arc Smoke, Max Spark, Julia. Going to go Echo, carry that Echo over to Trigger. Going to give her a +1. And Hinder will drop off next round. All right, Roxy to spread the flame. Strawman number 7, yet again. We'll put it up here. We'll put this one down here. Ron, they're going to Judas that grenade back to their wall. Got Rampage and Echo. It's looking like an S10. Ouch. And that's a fresh wall, too, because Busy just took down the last one. That's a little painful. All right, we've seen this wall. This wall was a little weaker than the first one. Black, green, green. Three blocks going down. Not quite as big as the S12 Red's Revenge we saw earlier from VOX, but a big hit. 3 blocks on the board. And that is the end of round number 6, everybody. Let's take a look here. Dow all by his lonesome in the DZ. 25 points for Arc, 0 for VOX. How about Dow? Getting Halo number 5. Dow with 5. Cat's the only person close with 3. Regine, Ron, Busy, Julia, all with 1. Captains, let me get your starters back in. Julia did manage to take the bomber zone. She's had the bomber, the tank, the rover, the temple, and the DZ. 150 occupy points for Julia. Trigger. 4 rounds in the temple. Sheila, great job tonight. Put Villar back in. Busy, great job tonight. Jim was hindered. Because she was an S12 down to an S8 because of her Azar. Regine for Rocket, rest stays. Regine's already in. Trigger, Ron, Kat, Jim, Villar, Julia, and Dow. So it looks like we've got Villar, Trigger, Julia, Regine, Jim, Ron, Dow, and Kat. Villar, you're on the clock. We're going to give you 15 seconds. Blessing for Sheila. Blessing for Trigger. And I got to get the straw man points as well. 7 straw men for Team VOX. And if you're keeping score at home, that's 150 points. 150 for VOX just in that round. But Julia got 150 for Occupy. So kind of balanced. I think Ron was talking about your turn. Ron, you were referring to Jim's attack, not her Judas, correct? Yes. So Jim, it had nothing to do with football's attack. He was talking about your Azar attack that took off 4 from the S12. All right. Villar, Orcus to Ron. Splash of Strawman. Seal and Thrill. Blue Spark, H9. Vlad. Cat's going to prevent the damage, but going to send +1 Echo to Julia. So Orcus is going to hit Ron. Ron, I got you down to 80. Going to splash straw man number 7. And going to prevent the H9 Vlad. Trigger, you're up. Final move of the night from the temple. Gold Rage, Vlad's verdict to the wall. All right, Trigger does not have Hinder. She's got a +1, so she's getting the equivalent to a Fury 4. She's got the Rage, and she's got the Echo from football, Fury 4. Vlad's verdict. It hits. Blue block. Blue block, barely, no carryover. Let's go from Trigger over to Julia with a +1. All right, Julia's going to go Spectral Snake, Heal and Thrill, S8, Rampage, 9, 10, almost an 11 with the Heal and Thrill, Ron. And Spectral Snake's going to put out 6. It hits. Blue, blue, and blue. Weakest wall of the 3. Julia taking down 3 blue blocks. Let's go from Julia over to Regine. Regine, Jim, Ron, Dow, and Cat. Remember, every point matters, not only for the matches, but for the season, for the tiebreakers, for the Max Awards. Give Regine about 10 more seconds. There it is. Temple. The Vial's going to break his seal. Gold Blaze to Strawman. Light up number 6. Thrill Blue Spark S8. Seismic loaded with Ignite. Julia's going to intervene. All right, we will go over to Jim, but I do want to cap Busy's boss. That was a 55 Kang, and it was boss number 5 for Arc. Red Spectral Snake to Strawman. Blue Spark, E3, Red's Revenge. Jim has no hinder. So it is going to be equivalent to an F4. And the Spectral Snake's going to put out Strawman number 6. It hits. Red block. 50% of a red block. Two and a half red remaining. Let's go from Jim over to Ron. I'm going to say you don't. I'm going to say you have 5, but you have a 6th bird out there. So that's going to be your challenge. Gold Blaze to Strawman. Thrill Smoke. All right, Gold Blaze is going to light up Strawman number 6. S8 Mighty Mike loaded with Ignite. So 8, 9. Jim Ron is going S9. Hits or stop it. Hits. All right, Ron going with the rebuild. Big time rebuild, Ron. Going max potion. $13. Ron adding the 50 back and adding a full red block back. 1.5 with the Mighty Mike. Nice hit, Ron. Dow, your move. Final move for Arc. Gold Rage, Arc Spark, H9 Ignite to the wall. The end of Dow's turn, Busy's boss will cap, which will be boss number 6. H9 Ignite, Gold Rage, Arc Spark, 9, 11, 12, 13. Dang. And Dow giving up the DZ. But you can understand why he did. 1, 2, and 3. Dow. Oh, man. Taking down 3 red blocks. Getting it done. Not quite the bottom row, though. All right, Cat. Bring us home. Arc with max 6. Flags on the night. Was a good rebuild. I agree. Gold Rage, Drill Smoke, Blue Spark, S8 Flat, loaded to the wall with Ignite. All right, it's going to hit. So I got a question. Maybe you guys, am I tripping? Or does Arc have 2 unused blues? Because I just want to make sure I didn't miss 2 blues somewhere along the way. But I'm thinking they have 2 blues and 2 Kangs. Okay. I just didn't pull them down. All right, gotcha. I'm just looking at it like, why didn't I pull those down? Yep, gotcha. All right, let's get this final hit. JJ's honest. She's like, you're tripping. All right, let's get them down here. Out of the way. That's a good challenge, but you also don't have a challenge. So you're right, but you lost your challenge when you challenged 6 birds. You know what, Ron? I gave him a Red's revenge. So Dow, all right, let's start this. I need to go back to Dow. Dow, I calculated a Red's revenge with your attack, and it's not listed in there. So I need you to type a grenade that you used. All right. He used the Reds' revenge. So thank you. And good call, Ron. That's not a challenge. We got to clear that up. So number 2. All right, so let me explain this. Gym challenge, number 1, she doesn't have a challenge. But number 2, she lost the challenge. Because when Kat died, the wand effect falls off of the player. Effects do not persist through death when they're targeting a player. That's why she can play it. So it's a double whammy. Can't challenge and you lost the challenge. All right, so go back to Kat's final move. Gold Rage, Thrill Smoke, Blue Spark, S8 Vlad loaded to the wall with Ignite. 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and it hits. And the teardrop is gone. 1, 2, and 3. Kat taking it down. Finishing off the final wall and grabbing another gold block for Team VOX. All right, we're going to go ahead and rebuild it. And that, everybody, is where we're going to leave it. I'm going to give you guys the totals. Congratulate each other for a great game. Little bit bogged down toward the end, but we still finished about 30 minutes quicker than we finished on Monday night. So we're going to go ahead and calculate DZ. DZ 0-0. Strawman. Ark doing a good job of getting it back down to 6 strawmen. 100 points for VOX still. 0 for Ark. Blessings. Trigger getting Temple number 5. That's the 5th round that Trigger has been in the Temple, which means Trigger is getting the first gold orb. That's going to be 100 bonus points for Trigger. 100 PCP points for the gold orb. Halos, no additional halos, but Dow in the DZ getting 100 points in the DZ. Cat getting 50. All right. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to go calculate the totals to see who pulled out the win. Ark, big lead, but VOX, strong push there. We'll see how it worked out. Looks like it's going to be fairly close. We'll be right back. I need to show you guys the halos too. 1 second. The blessings. So that's going to be 6 blessings. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And VOX also got their 3rd wall. Let me make sure we get that added in there. So 3 full walls for Vox. Arc is going to get 5 blessings, but this is key. They don't get the gold block for it, but they do finish their second full wall. We're going to rebuild it. So they've taken down the final red block, and then they get 4 more. Two blocks. 6 flags, 2 blocks, a killing blow. And you can see Vox on the other side. So great job. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back. We got a quick breakdown for all of you guys. I won't go into the exact mathematics, but give you an overview. So we'll start out with a DZ. DZ, we had even money, 125, 125. Go over to the walls. VOX dominated the walls, 1,000 points even to 650 to ARC. Nice lead there. But then we got to the flags. We had, doesn't happen often, but ARC was able to cap all 6 flags that they were eligible for. 1,350, VOX 350. Losing that one flag made a big difference, that boss, but that's a 1,000-point advantage. Strawman, 305 for Team VOX, 0 for ARC. That was a big, big comeback, getting 305 right there. MBS, 0-0. Killing Blow. Dow able to get the Killing Blow using Razul somehow, some way. Keeps coming up with funky stuff every day. 200 points for Dow getting the Killing Blow. Go over to the Kang game, 291 to 252. Gold bars, 100 for VOX, 50 for ARC. So we had Trigger Cat and Busy. Get to the feathers. No feathers for VOX. 1 for Julia, 25. 1 for Dow, 25. Cannonballs were 25-25. Tires, 25-25. Orbs. Trigger getting a 100-point orb. Congratulations. PCP DZ. ARC had 100 points and VOX had 50. Extras was a combination of Elmos, dark bosses. Each team had a dark boss. Several Elmos. VOX had a gold orbital, but then Julia had a 150-point Occupy. 50-point deduction for Team ARC for a double line and also a failed challenge. Takes away from the total of 3081. But ARC still getting 3,031 to VOX's 2406. So a 600-point win for Team ARC at home. VOX short a couple players tonight, but gave it all they had and still, keeping it respectable. 600-point loss, down a couple players is a solid performance. But ARC doing what they need to do at home, controlling a lot of the new mechanics, whether it was the movement or whether it was the flags, and keeping just enough walls to keep VOX from making up too much of a difference. So great job to both teams. Again, we finished about 25-30 minutes earlier. There was certainly some confusion along the way. There's some things that bogged us down. Next week, we're going to try to go even faster. We want to get these games about 45 minutes earlier than where we're at right now. 11:30 to 11:45 is the target. But great job to all of you guys that played this week. Certainly learning it. And if you guys learned something new tonight, then leave a 999 in chat. If you, the Morgue is different. I'm telling you, if you don't have your team, you don't have your cyborgs, you don't have a game plan, you don't have much chance of winning. So it is going to test you. It is going to test your PvP ability. It is something like nothing we've ever done before. So have a great night, everybody. Once again, big congratulations to ARC and a great job of VOX giving it everything you had with what you had. So we'll see all of you guys Friday night. And I got Jim. Jim, I got you with the PvP potion. So we'll get the extra XP in there as well. For the rest of you guys, enjoy your Thursday night off. And I will see you for Slayer's Lair week number 1. We're finally getting to it, everybody. So awesome job. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.